Frau Präsidentin,
President, Vice President Tajani, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased that the work on this report is now being concluded, this report on promoting competitiveness and sustainability and reindustrialising Europe. I'd like to thank all those who have made a contribution to this report, not just colleagues from the European Parliament, but especially the shadow rapporteurs, by the way. But also I'd like to thank all those people in industry and consumer organisations and NGOs, and in particular I'd like to thank the Commission for its input. When I heard that for the second time within 1 year a planned summit on industrial policy was going to be cancelled yet again by the Council, first in July and now in February, I'm very proud that under the circumstances we in Parliament have been doing our work on this question. I had the impression that the Council is capitulating in front of the challenge involved in formulating a common European industrial policy. And here the Commission, especially under Vice President Tajani, a year ago actually set very ambitious objectives, proposing a European industrial policy. But the proposed objectives remain a dead letter. Many people seem to think that industrial policy just involves thinking or reducing energy costs and so on and so forth. And no fine words will compensate for this, whatever people say in the Council. So I'm very proud that Parliament has produced this report, and I hope it's adopted tomorrow. On three specific issues we're taking a clear position. First of all, we're saying in international competition Europe will only survive or improve itself if we have a common industrial policy with a common understanding of what we mean by that. This applies not just to raw materials and commodities policy or foreign trade policy. This applies to important industries such as steel, the auto industry and so on. This Parliament is very clear in this report. We say that we want to build on all these issues and bring together a common industrial policy. Secondly, industrial policy, as the Commission said in its communication last year, and as it quite rightly emphasised in its communication, and we emphasise in this report, industrial policy is a horizontal issue. Industrial policy involves education and training, access to finance. It involves research and development. A whole series of issues are involved in industrial policy. And all these things have to be integrated under a good governance structure in industrial policy. And when we've done all that, we can say we've got a successful industrial policy. Thirdly, industry policy also involves a clear way forward whereby we understand that competitiveness in the future has to exist together with sustainability. The two have to go together. This is true especially in the southern part of Europe, where there is a great need for a rebirth of industry, in particular in southern Europe. But Europe is going, if we're going to be competitive and remain competitive, and if we're going to be technological leaders, Europe is going to have to go for the highest possible technological standards, which we've already achieved in many areas. We have to achieve high value-added production strategies. We have to use networking. Networking our industrial productive centres into clusters, all linked up together with one another, all working together to try and achieve what we may rise as in this report. A renaissance of industry for a sustainable Europe. Thank you.